Welcome to Visual Traffic Recorded Online Training, Accounts Receivable Session 3. In this session, we'll learn how to verify all invoices have printed, how to edit an invoice, how to commit your invoices, how to post transactions, how to run your post-commit reports, how to balance your month end, how to close your month, and how to run your post-close reports. Verify all invoices printed. Once you're done with your invoicing and you've looked them over and sent them out, it's time to finish off your month. First of all, you need to verify that all of your invoices were printed, so we'll go back to Billing and Print Wizard. This time we're only going to print invoices and scripts, and we will use the same dates again for all frequencies. Next. Everything else should stay the same. When your screen comes up and there is nothing in that white box, that means indeed all of your invoices did print. You can click Close. Edit Invoice. If for some reason you find you need to edit an invoice after printing, the way to do that would be go to Billing, Edit Create Invoices, and then find the invoice you're looking for. You'll see there are two invoices listed for Marsha's Advertiser. Make sure you look at the close date so that you select the correct one. To open it, double-click it. If you needed to change the spot rate on some spots, you could click Batch Changes, group them by billing rate, and then highlight the ones you need to change. You may change the billing amount. On a per-spot order, you must change billing and income both. If you do not change both of them, you will have a difference between billing and income, and that difference would go into your holding account. We'll go ahead and apply changes. Asks you if you want to continue. Yes. It warns you the invoice has already been set as official, that if you continue, the official status will be removed. Are you sure you wish to continue? Yes. Go ahead and close. Then you would need to print the invoice because if you see up in status it says locked. All invoices must be marked as printed and official before they can be committed. So we'll print, tell it no, we don't want to print log event names. If you were printing this invoice from Report Center, the invoice would not update the printed status. Because we're doing it from within the invoice, we can go ahead. Let's go ahead and preview this invoice. This is an invoice from Visual Traffic. Up in the upper left corner, you have your return address. The name of the client is over on the right. If this was a direct client, the direct client's name and address would show on the left side, but because it's an agency, the client name shows on the right. Any descriptions that were on the order, estimates, numbers, co-op, etc. would display on the right side. Here's your non-spot billing, and then your spots with the ISKI code. It shows you the date, the day of the week, the length, the station, and the spot times, as well as the total quantity for that date, the amount for each spot, and the total for the day. And at the bottom, it would show any agency discounts plus any sales taxes, the invoice note, which is down on the bottom, and then your overall totals. After you print this, you must set it official again. So we're going to click Set Official. We're setting it official as of the 26th of June. That was the end of the billing cycle. Click OK. Other items that could be changed on an invoice would be the AR account, the receivables group, the station, the description. Anything on each of these pages can be changed. If you come into the invoice and everything is grayed out, meaning you cannot change it, that's because it has not been printed yet. You would need to make the changes on the order. We're going to go ahead and close this and close Edit Create Invoices, Commit Invoices, and go make another backup. We're going to System, Backup Database. This is a pre-commit backup. And next, once the backup is complete, click OK. Then we'll go to Billing and Commit Invoices. Change your statement group and then select your commit date. The commit date will always be the last day of the calendar month that you just billed, unless you only bill media clients. If you only use media clients, then your commit date would be the end of the media month. We could print the invoice recap journal now and the invoice detail journal now. I prefer to wait until I'm done and print that along with my other reports. When you commit your invoices, it generates your purchase history. It generates your collection commission information. Depending on how many months you store your invoices, the oldest month will be dropped. So for instance, I have 24 months of history saved. It will drop the month that is the 24th month so it has room to add this current month. It will move the committed invoices to the AR statements and generate invoice and detail history. It will generate income account disbursements for use in the month-end journal entry. It will update your bulk purchase information, and any receipts that were targeted for application to a specific order or to a specific AR account will be applied. Go ahead and execute. If you choose to continue, there are 72 invoices with a date on or prior to 6/30/2011 for statement group TR1 FM/Demo WB that will be committed to the AR system. This process cannot be reversed. Are you sure you wish to continue? Yes. A commit invoice message has been successfully sent to the Visual Traffic System processor. Please refer to the System Message Queue dialog for information regarding the current progress of the commit invoice processing. What this means is you need to go to System Monitor, and make sure the commit invoices has completed its process before running any other reports. Once the message is cleared from the System Processor queue, you're free to continue. Post transactions. If necessary, you could post your transactions to the journal at this time. We only do this if you have to print your journal reports before closing your month. Otherwise, you can wait until you close the month, at which time this process is automatic. If you need to do it now, click AR, Statement Processing, select your statement group and which AR accounts you wish to post. You can select a single one or say all AR accounts that are applicable to this statement group. You would set your posting date to be the date end of the month. No matter when you're doing this, if you're doing it in the middle of the month for some reason, you would use your posting date as 6/30. The consistency of using this last day of the month makes it easier for the months in the future when you're running journal reports. After clicking Posting Date, you would click Post All Advertiser Transactions to the journal through this date, and then you select which transactions you want to post. Do you just want to do advertiser and agency receipts, or do you want to include invoices and adjustments? Which do you wish to post at this time? I'm going to cancel out of this because I do not wish to post at this time. Post Commit Reports. I'm going to go back to Report Center and finish printing my reports for month end. So I'm going to the month end category and I'm going to select AR Aging. When you select your AR Aging, we print this report for balancing our figures at the end of the month. I'm going to select our dates and change it to the end of June. My grouping is grouped by AR account name. You could also put a page break on there if you wished. Make sure that you have the statement group filtered if you wish. And if you wanted to pull just cash only, then you would select AR accounts and filter by those as well. On your options, do you want a summary report or a detailed report? Accounts receivable only? Include or exclude the official invoices? Well, we've just committed the invoices, so we do not need to include official. Do you wish to suppress advertisers with a zero balance? At this point, we would say yes, because it is a summary report. Go ahead and preview. Here is your summarized AR Aging report. It will list your AR account, the name of the advertiser, the current invoices, which would be the June billing in this case, the last payment and the last payment date, and the net balance still owed. Then it breaks out that net balance into your months. Rather than 0 to 30, 31 to 60, etc., we use the months. You can page through the report. When you look at your totals, it gives you your total net balance as well as a balance for each month. And then it gives you a percentage of the total for each month. So 42% of my aging is in June, is current, so that's not bad. The total amount of invoices for this station, the receipts for this station, any adjustments, and any finance charges. If we look at the FM's numbers, you will see your totals, whereas this is more evenly spread. $182,000, $370.47 for invoicing. $207,735.83 for receipts, no adjustments, and no finance charges. So all of our adjustments this month would have been for trade. We would save this report, and I put a notification that this is the summary report. Save it, okay. I would also probably run this again detailed after I close the month. The next report we want to print is your sales journal, pre-close. You can only get the information on this report before closing the month. So we're going to change this date to be June 30th. I'm going to group it by AR account name with a page break. I'm going to update my filters to reflect my statement group. And then on options, we are excluding official invoices, but we are not suppressing advertisers with a zero balance. You want to see that activity. Go ahead and preview. As you look at the report, we have the AR account, the name of the advertiser, the previous balance, so this would have been the balance as of May 31st, any payments that were applied or unapplied, any gross sales, discounts, adjustments, tax, finance charge, and their ending statement balance. This ending statement balance should match your AR aging. If we look at the FM, you'll see a better representation of what has happened. Baldwin Home Center. Previous balance of $41,095.93. A payment of $20,000. Another gross sale of $61.55. Adding the tax to it, your ending balance is now $28,174.18. This is another report to save because remember, you cannot get this information back again after you have closed the month. Save and OK. Continuing with our reports, the post-commit invoice report. This report is going to show you each historical invoice showing their gross and net billing and income. So let's change our dates. We want to pull invoices that posted between June 1st and June 30th. We can group them by AR account with a page break. Select our filters and update. Under grouping, AR account name with a page break and then advertiser. Your filters, make sure you have the correct statement group or any other filters you wish to use. And then on options, you have on option for 3 summary pages. Go ahead and preview. As you look at this report, it's the AR account, the name of the advertiser, and then any invoices listed for that advertiser. The invoice date, the invoice number, the description, the gross income and net income, the gross billing, and the net billing. And the last page of the report would have your totals for the entire month. Save this report, change your type, and save, and close the report. You can pull this report later on if necessary. Now it's time to pull your commissions report if you are using commissions in VT. That report is found in Accounting, and it's called Commissions Report. For the dates, you are going to choose the date range that you pay commissions on. I'm going to say that I'm going to pay it from the 1st of June to the 30th of June. In my grouping, I would do a salesperson with a page break, and then the commission structure. This again is so that you can print out a copy to give to the sales rep with their commission checks. Under filters, make sure which statement group you have. If you need to filter by salespeople, you may do that as well. Under options, we are excluding official invoices. We don't need to worry about a page break on this salesperson because we already told it to in grouping. We want to include our non-commissionable items, and we are separating our sales group members. Go ahead and preview. This report will list each item that was marked as commissionable or non-commissionable. Gwen Adams had 3 cash receipts, and then a cash receipt and a reversal on one other client. I do an aging commission. My commission is based on aging columns, and so you will notice that if in aging column 4 and 5, the commission percentage is 0. Let's look at another salesperson. If we look at Kim Borden, it would appear she did very well this month, but a lot of her clients were late in paying. So while she took in $41,000 that was commissionable, she only made $345.85 in commission. The statement item and the commission-based gross are going to be different if you're using sales tax. Once again, you're seeing your commission amount based on the aging column and the commission total to pay. Go ahead and save this report. Balancing the month. Your next step is to balance the month before you close it. If you do not already have the month-end balance worksheet, please let support know either by emailing help@marketron.com or calling in on the helpline, and they can turn it on for you to download in your My Marketron account. I'm logged into my Marketron account, and I went to Downloads, and you will see now that I have my VT3 and 4 month-end balance worksheet. It opens up in a PDF file, and you can print this out. Today we're going to make this a little bit smaller so we can read it. You would have your month and year, and then the statement group. Your beginning AR figures from the month are either going to come from last month's AR aging net balance or last month's sales journal statement balance. Now last month's sales journal statement balance and this month's sales journal previous balance should be the same number. If they are not, it means most likely that after you printed your pre-close sales journal, you made some more adjustments or other financial transactions and then did not reprint the report. In your sales journal, you're also going to put in your AR adjustments, and they are either added to or subtracted from the starting balance. Then in the current month sales journal payment column, you'll get your payments both applied and unapplied. Subtract those. Add your figures for your invoices, and you're going to use your post-commit invoice report, the net billing column. The net billing column will include your sales tax for you. If you are using finance charges, you can get that from your current month sales journal, the finance charge column. You would add that to your totals, and then you would have a total AR amount. That total AR amount should match your AR aging current net balance. I would save a copy of this balancing worksheet in my month-end folders. Go ahead and close this and come out of My Marketron. I got to the My Marketron by clicking on Help and Online Resources. If you've not signed up for a My Marketron account, I strongly urge you to do so. Month close. We're ready to close the month. Once again, we are going to make a backup, and this backup will be called pre-close.back. VT month end and expanding it, clicking on the month, so you will have a backup from every stage of your billing process. Next. After your backup is completed, go ahead and click OK, and then come back to AR, Statement Processing. Select your statement group, whether you are choosing AR and what AR accounts. I select AR and all AR accounts, and then I close the statement AR month of June 2011. That is the month we just completed billing. Go ahead and click OK. This is what happens when you have not committed all of your invoices. One invoice remains open and you must commit it. You will have to rerun all of your month-end reports to ensure that the new data is included. Click OK and cancel. Go back to billing and edit create invoices. Let's select our FM statement group. And here is the invoice that did not print. Preview it, then close. After you print it, set it official, close, close, and then go back to commit invoices. Select your statement group, set your dates, and execute. Once again, you'd have to check your system monitor, make sure that the process has completed. Then you would rerun your reports and make another month-end backup. Going to go ahead and just continue here. Going to statement processing, selecting my statement group, and I'm closing the month. Click OK. All statements for the statement group will be closed. This includes posting all of the transactions and finance charges. All of those balanced transactions that were zero, now clear to history. Are we sure we wish to continue? Yes. It goes once again to the system processor, so open back your system monitor and wait for this process to finish before we continue. Post-close reports. All right, now we'll go back to our report center. We have a few more reports to print. Under the month-end category, we have a report called Billing and Accrual. This Billing and Accrual report will help you get a true calendar month figure. You can only run this report once you've closed the month. You'll notice that there is a warning stating that you should only run this for the last month closed via statement processing. So we'll go to our dates and change our dates. Go to our grouping. We can group it by AR account name and a page break. Filter on our statement group if necessary. And then on your options, do you want detail? Yes. Do you want grouping detailed? No. Go ahead and preview. When we look at this report, you'll see the AR account, the name of the advertiser, June figures that were billed this month, any figures that were billed from prior months, current month not billed, and current month activity. Typically, this will only hold true with agency clients. If we were to look at Ace Hardware, spots billed for June were $445. 35 of those dollars were billed in May, so we would subtract the 35 from the 445 to get 410. $65 more ran in June that will be billed in July, so we add the June billing to the remainder of this, so 410 plus 65 gives you 475. That was actual current month activity for Ace Hardware was $475 gross. Go ahead and save this report, make it a PDF, and save again, and close. Now would be the time to print your invoice recap journal and your invoice detail journal. Even though we've closed the month, we can still print those. Go to June 1 to June 30th, and my filters, change my statement group, and preview. This is your invoice detailed journal for each advertiser for each invoice. It will break out your figures by the account name, so you have an AR cash amount, plus the tax in this case, and then the income account. And if you look at the last part of the report, your figures match. Continuing now to the Invoice Recap Journal. Once again, change your dates. Make sure you have the correct statement group and preview. The Recap Journal breaks it down by account name and then lists each individual transaction under that account. You can print these or save these, or you can pull them at a later time. We have 2 more reports for you. AR Journal Entry Detail. It's going to give you a master list of all the journal entries by the account. Let's change our dates. I want to go forward a year, so I can click on the 2010 and then go up, and it advances it 1 year. I'm going to group it by account name. I'm going to filter it on my statement group and preview. As you look at the report, here is your AR cash and the transactions. Any transactions for an AR cash AM, remember we transferred these balances. And then your FM. This is a 12-page report, and if we looked at the group tree, we would see each of these individual items. If I click on Bank of Visual Traffic, it jumps us to the point in the report where that account begins. So these are your journal posted transactions. We can also do the AR journal entry posting. Once again, change our dates, check on our filters and our options. Do you want a summary or a detail? Let's do a summary. Here is the summarized version where it just gives you the totals for each account. If we run that report again, and this time run it as detailed and preview, not only will it give you the totals for each account, but it shows you what the transactions were for each account. To review what we've covered in Accounts Receivable Lesson 3, we learned how to verify all invoices are printed through the Print Wizard. We learned how to edit an invoice using batch changes, how to print an invoice manually, and how to set an invoice official manually. We learned how to commit invoices to history, and then how to post transactions if necessary before month close. We discussed the post-commit reports to run, the AR aging report, the Sales Journal pre-close report, the post-commit invoice report, and the commissions report. We talked about balancing the AR month and using your month-end balance worksheet, and that if you don't have a worksheet, how to obtain one. We walked you through closing the month, and then printing your post-close reports, your billing and accrual, the invoice detail and invoice recap, the AR journal entry detail, and AR journal entry posting, both detailed and summary. From all of us at Marketron, thank you for viewing.